All I gotta say is that Native Americans, they're given property now. I don't think that's fair. Because I think that everyone should live with equal now. I mean, it's like, you know, they're given property now, right? They're
No. You can't systematically disadvantage a group of people in society for generations, and then all of a sudden you say, well, that happened in the past. Now we'll give you, everybody gets equal shit. No.
No. Okay. No. Double four.
No, come on.
It's like if I cut your leg off and then I give you a prosthetic and I see, well, we're equal now. Let's start at the finish line and race.
Hang on.
No, man. Uber Hikari.
No, double four. Hear me out. Double four. You say it's not equal that Native Americans get property, right?
Going to wake up the people across the street on the ocean?
No.
Hang on, wait, double four. You say it's not fair that Native Americans get given land, right?
Yeah.
Okay, take in consideration this. Before your ancestors got here, this was all theirs. This was all theirs.
But that's
this
irrelevant now.
Country.
No,
that's not irrelevant.
That's technically not true. It wasn't all their land.
The majority of it was, dude.
No. Wait. Let me explain this. They were pantheists. They did not believe that someone had a proprietary interest in the land. In other words, they did not believe that you could own the land. To the Native Americans, the land was a part of the earth, and you couldn't own the earth.
No. But you had territory. Oh, hold up. Motherfucker, wait. You can't tell me the Native Americans didn't have territory.
No. Wait a second, Larry. Wait a second. Let me explain. They had territory, true, but they were migratory. They didn't believe that you can lay a stake in the ground and say, "This is my land forever and henceforth." You couldn't own. But you had your fucking territory, and you knew. Native American. No, hold up, time out. Last time I checked, the Native Americans amongst themselves, they knew. Okay, if you go, east of this motherfucking mountain, you're in a rival tribe's territory. If you go down the river, you're in another territory. They had their motherfucking territories. Right. They had territory, yes, but they didn't. But they didn't believe you could own the land, though. So technically, to them,
yeah,
it wasn't theirs in the sense of I own it. And I'm not saying it was right for the Americans or the English settlers to burn them off of the land. No, I'm not saying that.
All this stuff happened 300 years ago. It's like the same thing with the Nazis.
What do you mean it happened 300 years ago? Are you kidding me? Native Americans, practically every minority in this country was systematically disadvantaged before 1964.
Pretty much.
Well, listen, the Nazis, they killed millions of people, but at the end of the day, what's going on now? It's all fine and dandy now.
It's all fine and dandy. Shit, have you been to Germany?
My ass, nigga. Wait, come on.
Wait. Before we start this, how old are you?
I'm 15, man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay,
you need to take world history.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. You 15? You need to take 15. So you're a sophomore. You haven't taken world history yet.
I did take world history, man. I did take
world history.
And you think it's fine? You think it's fine and dandy in Germany?
No, wait, listen. I'm saying the Americans and the Russians, after the Soviets, after all of the stuff happened in the concentration camps and throughout the war, the prisoners of war and everything, they were literally let go 50 years afterwards, after they killed 50 million people. Hitler caused the death of nearly 50 million people. Most of Germany was free to go. It was divided into West Germany and East Germany. And in the 90s, what happened was the Soviet Union and the United States came to an agreement that Germany is free to go. They're free to go.
No, bro. You need a stronger foundation in history, because that's not what happened. The Soviet Union and America didn't come to an agreement on shit. What happened was that seriously. What happened was that the Soviet Union collapsed. They could no longer maintain political authority over all of their territories. Financially, they were bankrupt, and they collapsed.
Soviet Union was dismantled in 1991. East Germany was let go before 1991.
Wait a second.
Uber be
No, but
researching them dates.
Time out. But when the Berlin Wall fell, that was way before 1990.
That was that's before that. But I'm telling you, when the Soviet Union let go of East Germany, it was already being in the process of being let.
No, wait, time out. The whole idea about the Soviet Union letting go of Germany, them motherfuckers didn't have Germany to let go of by 1991. Are you crazy? Come on, man. Just go and look at the fucking video footage of the Berlin Wall collapsing. They weren't controlling
They destroyed the Berlin Wall.
No, 1990. The Soviet Union, listen, what Russia wanted to do was take all the civilians and put them under a communist order. What happened was the United States got involved in all of this, and they pretty much stopped the growing of communism within Germany. So what happened was they divided the shit, and in 1990, in October of 1990, East Germany was letting go. They were letting go. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed.
Wait,
but it was already collapsing. The fact that they had to let go of East Germany was already a sign of their eventual collapse.
Right, exactly, because they couldn't hold. They weren't in authority anymore. But hang on, this is my question. What the fuck does this have to do with what we were talking about?
Because
we were talking about. Yeah,
we're talking about Native Americans, but then I was comparing it to the situation in Germany where the Nazis, they killed millions of people, yet at the end of the day, there's Nazis alive today. There is Nazis alive today in Germany and Brazil.
I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're comparing the Jews to the Native Americans and to African Americans, I don't see the analogy.
That's my comparison. My comparison is
but it's different.
Not really.
It's different. Why is it different? No. There's a difference between systematic disenfranchisement and genocide.
Yeah, there is.
There's a difference.
There is.
Genocide is worse. Genocide is worse.
No, that's debatable. But in any event, no, I think it is debatable in terms of its historical impact.
50 million people dying for Hikari. I would change.
First of all, 50 million people died in World War II, but not 50 million of them were Jews. Only 6 million.
No. Listen, 20 million were Soviets, 6 million were Jews, 13 million were Americans, and the rest was the rest of the world. I don't count, but I know this because that's what I was told, and I was like, I was told all of this information. I'm just saying, like, Germany is peaceful now.
It depends. Listen, a person in a position of privilege can always say that it's peaceful because they're never the ones who have to suffer the consequences of being under attack from the majority of people.
After the genocide of 6 million Jews in Germany from 1939 to 1945, there's Jews living in Germany today, holding the second highest population of Jews in Germany.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? Just like Tavis Smiley said, a lot of people mistake the advancement of one person of a particular group for the advancement of the entire group. Nobody gives a shit. Listen, you think the people in Newark, New Jersey right now, which is where I live, who have to suffer under discriminatory and racist policies from the police department are helped out by the fact that Barack Obama is president? Hell no. We're still getting our asses kicked by the police department.
Yep.
There's still injustices.
You're believing in all this propaganda. I'm just telling you the facts.
Wait, listen. You can't tell me that what I experience is propaganda. I mean, you're not in an experiential position to tell me that my experiences are merely propaganda.
Wait, what are they then?
Wait. Quick question.
Listen. I can give you stories of police brutality if you want that. If you want stories of police brutality, I can tell you. I can tell you about how my friend was beat with a shotgun. I can tell you about how I was thrown up against a brick wall and searched for no reason.
I'm telling you about what you.
I can give you examples.
Quick question.
I'm telling what you're hearing on the news, Uber. I'm not talking about what you've experienced. I'm talking about what you're hearing on the news.
Quick question. Double 4. You say you're 15, right?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Miami,
State. Just the state. Florida. Florida? Yeah. All right. What me and Hikari are trying to get across is I'm trying to dumb it down where you can understand it. It's pretty much.
Come on now.
No. I'm not saying that you're stupid or anything. I'm just talking about lamest terms where everybody can understand it. You know, Joe Schmo off the street can understand it. Everybody can understand it. We're all on the same page. What we're trying to get across is the nasty shit that happens that people don't like to admit. And what we're saying is you're not in a position, nor have you been given the opportunity. That's the thing. You haven't been given the chance to experience this shit yet. I put it to you like this.
All I gotta tell you is that my grandfather fought in World War II. He was half Jewish. He flew into Germany. He got shot down, and they didn't take. They beat him. You know, they beat him and stuff. So. They tell me this, so I know what the information I'm getting is real information. It's not like just like, you know, fake information. It's real information. I'm just telling you that the Jews are living peaceful with the Germans now in Germany 50, 60 years after 6 million.
Oh, wait. So you're okay, I think I got it now. So you're saying that because the Jews are living peacefully with the Germans in Germany, then that's analogous to the Native Americans living peacefully with the Americans in America.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case, dude.
Right, no. That's just not true.
Cause, dude, I know some Native Americans right now where them niggas are bitter. Them niggas are bitter.
Bitter? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
I mean, dude. Listen. You have to understand.
Dude.
You know the Seminole Hard Rock Casino? You know the Seminole Hard Rock and Casino?
Dude, you gotta meet my friend Ray. Dude, you gotta meet my friend Ray. Ray.
Seminole Hard Rock Casino is the richest casino in America.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? Do you think every Native American is now a millionaire because the casino has $1 billion? No, of course not.
The majority of them are actually
that's what I keep trying to explain to people. You cannot mistake the advancement of a particular segment of a population with the advancement of the entirety of that population. And that's why people continually make the mistake of saying that because Barack Obama is president, that necessarily means we live in a post-racial society.
No, I don't believe. All I'm saying is Uber. I'm saying that after bad shit happens, you can overcome it without giving this side something else, giving this side something else. There's always been, there's always something that takes over the place.
Listen. The problem that you have, Double4, is that you don't have the type of vision and scope that allows you to see the far-reaching historical effects of certain types of systematic discrimination. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. Why do you think the Detroit school system is shit now?
Well,
I'll explain it to you right now. I'll explain it. Wait. I'll explain it to you right now. Because there was a practice in Detroit and other areas known as redlining. Redlining meant that you could cut up a segment of a population and place a red box around it. And anybody in that red box could not get a loan from the bank for a mortgage. You know who were the people who were inside that red line?
Black people.
Black people. They couldn't get loans. They couldn't get mortgages. So all of the wealth that could accrue through a mortgage and through passing down that house to your children and your grandchildren, black people didn't get that. And what happened when black people couldn't own their own property? The schools are funded through property taxes. What did white people do? White people fled the urban areas and moved to the suburban areas. And when they did And when they did that, the property taxes plummeted. So you couldn't reinvest the property taxes that would normally go into the school system. You couldn't invest them. And the schools were shitty. So I'm giving you, I'm giving you a very, very clear example of how systematic discrimination and institutional racism that happened 50 or 60 years ago has a historical impact right now. So you can't say the playing field is equal because it's not.
You're committing the same kind of thing that I commit. You said white people moved here in general. There is a lot of people, white people out there.
Do you know what the racial makeup of Detroit? Are you seriously trying to argue this? No, of course you listen.
No, I'm not. Can you let me talk? Uber, can you let me talk? Uber, can you let me talk?
What do you think the racial makeup of Detroit is?
Uber, can you let me talk? I've been to Detroit Airport. I know it's like 90% black. I know that.
Okay, then. That's it's called, it's a phenomenon. In fact, it happens so often that sociologists have a term for it. It's called white flight. And the same thing happened in Newark. The same exact thing happened in Newark, where white people picked up their shit and moved to the suburbs.
In general, just white people.
Yes, white people. You listen. You see, this is the problem. You don't have the type of historical scope, and you don't know enough about history yet to understand.
Neither do you.
When I say white people moved out of, what do you think the racial makeup of Newark used to be? It used to be Catholic Italians who lived in Newark. You want to know what the racial makeup of Newark is now? 80% black and upwards. Upwards of 80% black people. Where do you think those white people went?
All I'm saying is, Uber, you see, I'm trying to make a point across that, like, you're saying, like, oh, this in general, not, like...
No, I'm not saying that every white person left. Sure, I'm pretty sure I could walk out on the street right now and see at least one white person. But what I'm saying is that most of them packed up their shit and left.
What does that have to do with what I was saying, like, stuff about how, you're saying...
Because you mistake peace for equality. Peace is not equality. Just because there aren't dogs chasing black people around and keeping them from voting, just because people are not being subjected to water hoses, you can't mistake that peace for equality. Peace is not equality. The absence of physical violence is not equivalent to equality. They are not the same thing.
But
if you mistake that.
That's not what I'm that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying, well, the Jews in Germany live peacefully, so what? That doesn't mean they're equal.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying first this whole thing started from the whole thing about territory, giving territory to one. It's been 300 years now, Uber. People need to get over the stuff that's happened in the past.
Yeah, and that's another thing people say. See, people who have never been the targets of certain types of disenfranchisement can always pull that out their back pocket.
But neither have the Native Americans.
Wait, time out. Wait, Hikari, hey, stop. Hey, stop. Because I love to pull this shit on white people. Because most of them don't even know about this shit. Hang on a minute. Okay, hang on a minute. Double 4.
Yeah.
Where are your ancestors from? I'm talking about what ethnicity-wise. Your ethnicity, I'm hoping, is more than just Caucasian. Like, do you have any Irish or Celtic, Scottish, Italian, any German, anything like that in your family?
Nope.
None.
Nope.
None.
Wait, you're Russian, right?
I'm 50% Russian, 50% Russian Jewish, kind of, because the thing with Jewish people, it's like, it's sort of not really, Judaism is more than just a religion, because
it's a culture thing. Like, it's a culture.
No, it's more than a culture too. The people with Jewish roots, like half my side is like from Jerusalem, but they migrated to Russia over the years. Whereas half of my other family is just pure Russian. So I'm like,
okay. This is good. I'm okay. I can build an analogy on this.
I still don't know where I'm wrong though. That's the thing. I heard.
I can build an analogy on this. I can build an analogy on this. Hang on a minute. I can build an analogy on this. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm drunk, but I'm gonna try. Okay. So you have Jewish roots, right?
I have some, yes.
Some Jewish roots. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do the Jews originate from?
Africa.
Okay. So we're talking about the Hebrews, right?
Yep.
Do you think that just because the pharaohs of Egypt were able to maintain order between the Egyptians and the Hebrews, that was equality?
That's not what I'm trying to say. Is you guys are making me sound like I'm.
That was peace. Brought on by generations of slaughter.
Right.
That wasn't
just because they weren't trying to uprise does not mean that it was equal.
How can you compare the stuff? Black people in today's society are not. It's not like you're comparing the Hebrews in Egypt to black people.
I'll give you another perfect example.
I don't Uber Hikari. I don't want your perfect examples because.
So you don't want examples? Then you want to remain ignorant.
Because your examples are all the same.
Listen. No. Wait. No. Let me say this. A person can't ask me to give them examples of what I'm talking about, and then when I attempt to do so, refuse my examples. Okay. You can't do that.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
With that being said, hang on. Wait.
Stop. You can't do that.
Stop. I'm trying to mediate this shit. Okay.
I can give you another perfect example.
With that being said, hang on a minute. Hang on. I'm trying to mediate. Hang on a minute.
Look, you ain't saying nothing this whole time.
Hikari, wait a minute. Hey, Double4, shut the fuck up. Okay. Hikari wanted to give an example. Double4 didn't want to hear it. So by this point, Hikari, you can actually extract. You can take your example, take your ball, you can leave it. It's like, all right, you don't have to argue no more. You can
because I know that Uber's example is going to be the same thing, a repeat of the last 5 examples he's gave me. What I'm
saying is this, Double4, if you won't hear him out, then Uber, you don't have to say it. If he won't hear you out, Uber, you don't have to do it.
You think there's equality, and I can give you several examples where there's not.
Time out. I'm trying to find the breakdown. I think there's a breakdown in communication what's trying to be said. So wait a minute.
The breakdown is that he's being obstinate.
Hang on.
This happens
Uber Hikari, you're not hearing me out as well, man.
I hear you. Hang on. Your argument is that peace and equality are synonymous. It's not.
No, it's not.
Time out. Listen.
What is your point?
Hikari, shut up.
I'm asking him what his point is. What is your point?
Let Double4 let him get out what he's trying to say, right? Let him get out what he's trying to say, okay? All right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now, Double4, if Hikari lets you get out what you want to say, will you allow him to rebuttal?
Yeah, but Uber doesn't listen because I give him points, but he still brings up the same exact argument.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Double4. You're gonna get yours out. Your point, what you're trying to say, exactly your case, right? When you are done, you will then give Hikari permission to rebuttal. Is that cool?
I don't need permission to rebuttal anything.
No, dude. I'm talking about as far as like, okay, now it's your turn. That's what I mean.
Right. I'm trying to hear his point. I still don't understand what his point is.
Double4, make your point. When you are done, say, all right, Uber, now you can rebuttal.
My point is, Uber, you're not understanding. I'm saying, like, okay, you can't compare what happened in Germany to the Jews in the concentration camps to what's going on now in America of you claiming that there isn't equality, where in certain cases you may be right, there isn't equality in, maybe in certain situations or in every case, but now it's nearly, if not completely, it's equal. Now there's still minorities out there like gay people and other people out there who who don't have the equal rights. But what I'm trying to get at is, I'm trying to say is that after all of this stuff happens, you have to get over it and eventually come to an agreement between different groups of people that these people don't get more. Times have changed, Uber. The shit that happened like 400 years ago with the Indians and the Native Americans, even though that stuff is part of their history, you can't just say, oh, now we gotta give these groups land. Now everyone's under a struggle. There's white people out there who are homeless and who are the same, under the same circumstances as other people. I'm not trying to say that, because I'm not trying to put equality and discrimination like under the same belt. That's not what I'm trying to say, Uber.
Okay. Wait a minute.
I have 3 points. First of all, I wasn't making a comparison between the Jews in the concentration camps in a present situation with African Americans.
No, but you're attacking me saying that equality and what was I going to say? I'm putting the situation out because you're telling me stuff like, I have never
listen. You made a point. I'm rebuttaling. You said that I was comparing the situation of Jews in concentration camps with African Americans now, and I wasn't doing that. So that's the end of that.
No, but
second, no. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. You made a factual claim about what my argument was. It wasn't true.
Why?
That's the end of it. You made the claim that I was comparing the situation between African Americans and Jews, and I wasn't. That's not true.
You're comparing the whole thing.
I was not. The only person who brought up Jews were you, Double 4. I never brought that in as a topic of discussion.
Exactly.
You brought that in. How could I be making a comparison? How could I be making a comparison between Jews and African Americans when the one who mentioned Jews was you? That can't be true.
Because you're comparing the overall. No, you're attacking me. How are you allowed to say that?
How are you allowed to say what I'm arguing? Wait, even though I'm telling you I'm not doing that, you still insist that I am. And I'm telling you out of my own mouth right now that I'm not doing that, that I'm not making any comparison. And yet you repeatedly try to tell me what my argument is. I'm intelligent enough to know what I'm arguing, Double 4.
Uber Hikari, I just brought the situation of Nazis. I just brought the situation of Nazis.
Yes, you brought it up. Therefore, I'm not making the comparison.
I brought it up, but you're attacking me on the same thing.
Just time out.
No, I'm not.
Time out. Wait. Stop. Guys. Time out. You niggas. Chill out. All right? Chill out. Okay?
I'm showing you. Wait, no, Larry. No. You don't have to mediate this. I'm 23. Wait, Larry. Wait, Larry. You don't gotta mediate this. Wait, you don't gotta. Wait, listen, Larry. You don't gotta mediate this. I'm 23 years old. I have a college education. I'm intelligent enough to make my own case. I don't need you. Wait, Larry. Don't mediate this. Larry, don't mediate this. I gave him enough time to make his case. Now he has to give me enough time to make my case.
No, because you're attacking me.
Yeah, wait. No, stop. Double four. First and foremost, Double 4. First and foremost, okay? Number one rule. I don't know if you ever been in a debate, okay, at school. Number one rule about debating. Just because he's attacking your points does not mean he's attacking you. He ain't saying shit about you as a person. He's attacking your arguments.
That's not what I'm saying.
So don't take it personal.
No, you keep saying I'm making the comparison between Jews and African Americans when I'm clearly not.
And Double 4.
I said I brought it up, but you're attacking me on the same things that you attacked me previously for.
Double 4, check this out. Double 4. Second rule about debating. You made your case. You have to let Hikari make his case. Let him make his case so that you can rebut.
But I don't know when he's finished, and whenever I try to speak, he's always like,
wait, what do you mean you don't know when I'm finished? You know when I'm finished when I stop talking.
No.
But you never stop talking.
What do you mean I never stopped talking? I was talking for 10 seconds and then you interrupted me.
Double 4.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
You gotta let him finish.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. I said I had 3 points. I didn't even get halfway through my first point and then you interrupted me.
Double 4.
So you're gonna take 10 minutes.
Double 4. Check this out.
10 minutes.
Let him rebuttal, and then when Hikari, when you're finished, then you give it back to Double 4. All right?
Round 4. All right, I understand that.
All right. You gotta let him, Double 4. You gotta let him finish, and he's going to give you the go ahead to go. All right?
Hikari going.
All right. But before we start.
No, you can't speak before I speak. You don't get that opportunity. You already had your chance to speak.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about Luffy. If you're gonna
wait, Luffy's not in this. Luffy's not in this.
Chilling.
I know. I'm just saying. Can you contribute to this at all?
Can you contribute?
Wait, hold on. This is between you two.
Yeah, but you're just sitting there in the background laughing at everything everyone's saying, man. Just calm down.
Fucking laugh at this shit.
Okay.
First of all, I wasn't making a comparison at all between African Americans and Jews. Second of all, whenever a person in a position of privilege who has a position of privilege talks about minorities, they always like to start with that, well, this happened 4 years ago. Listen, I'm 23 years old. When I was born, my father still could not vote. When he was born in the South, black people still could not vote. So this is just in the space of 2 generations, my father and me. Now you're looking at a person who's 23 years old, and when his father was born, black people still could not vote in the South, and they wouldn't be able to vote for more than a decade. So this has historical significance right now, at this point in time. It didn't happen 400 years ago. It didn't happen 300 years ago. It happened 60 years ago, barely, not even 60 years ago, 50 years ago. And in some parts of the South, if you read books like Hassan Kwame Jeffries' book about the Black Panther Party in the South, you'll see that some African Americans in the South couldn't vote even up until the 1970s. So you don't get to sit here now and say, oh, that stuff happened a long time ago. My sister was born in 1974, and when she was born, some African Americans in the South still could not vote. Why? Because the South resisted getting rid of Jim Crow at every step of the way, and they would not give up their hold on racial superiority until the federal government took over. So you don't get to say this happened 300 or 400 years ago. That's number 2. Number 3, you say that the situation between minorities in America and Caucasians in America is either equal or nearly equal, and that is not true. It's not true. I've already given you the historical example of Detroit and how redlining caused the defunding of the education system in Detroit that disproportionately affects African Americans as compared to Caucasians. That's one example. Another example is the stop and frisk policy in New York City. A terribly destructive policy, which basically gives police the authority to stop Latino and African American men. They stop them disproportionately. 600,000 stop and frisks are performed every year in New York City. Basically means the police can see you, and if you look suspicious, then they can frisk you. They can put you up on the wall like a criminal. They can pat you down, and they can do this to you every time they see you if you look suspicious. You want to know what the statistics are? 87% of the people who are stopped are African American or Latino. Of the 600,000 people that are stopped every year, that amounts to about 500,000 African American and Latino men who are stopped by the police for looking suspicious. You want to know how many of those cases end up where they find drugs or guns or something felonious about these people? 1%. So you have a policy in place in New York City that allows you to stop and frisk 500,000 African American and Latino men when the success rate of the policy is 1%. And this policy disproportionately affects African American and Latino men. So how can you tell me that the situation is either equal or nearly equal when I've given you at least 2 examples of systematic and institutionalized discrimination against minorities? So where do you get off saying that the situation is equal? On what grounds?
Do I talk now? Is this my turn?
Hang on, wait a minute. Wait. Time out. I want to interject. Because I've been saying for the longest time there's a fucking
Wait, I thought it was between me and Hikari. Are you
No. I want to inject this because I think I might be able to like, you know, get both parties on side. You see what I'm saying? Because I think I got what you were saying, Double 4, and I know where Hikari's coming from. So maybe I could try to get this thing together. Okay. All right. Now, Double 4, you talked when the conversation started, you mentioned, you know, with the thing about the Native Americans, how you felt like it wasn't fair, you know, Native Americans getting land and all that type of jazz, right? And you made the claim that because of where we are now in America, that it is upon us to quote unquote get over it so that things can be equal. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. My response to you is this, dude. When it comes to things like equality, that's a two-way street. You can't demand that minorities and people who have been disadvantaged, such as, well, every minority in this country. Oh, and also the light-skinned ones. When you talk about the Italian Americans, the Irish Americans, even, yes, people who are quote-unquote white by minority standards, but are still minorities to Caucasians, the fucking English Caucasians. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking about African Americans, Latino Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, even your own Irish, even your own fucking Italian Americans, you cannot demand for minorities to say, oh, just get over it, so things to be equal. It has to come from both sides. Those in authority must say that things are going to be equal, so that those who are not in authority can say that things are going to be equal. Hang on, I'm not finished yet. You see what I'm saying? Equality can only be met when both sides are willing to do so. When you have, like, hang on a minute, let me finish. I'm almost done. What Hikari illustrated just now.
So I have to reply to two people.
He gave examples of institutionalized discrimination, right? Those are examples in when authority figures are they're administering things that are not equal. They're administering policies of inequality. You cannot get equality if those policies are still in place. You need for those in authority to put forth policies of equality so that it can be equal. It is a give and take. It's a give and receive. You see what I'm saying? Because of the reason why, like you mentioned earlier when you talked about the Jews in Germany, that thing, the reason why that doesn't exist in America, there is too much bad blood between the minorities and the majority in America to get over that. I will also give you examples of Europe. Case in point, look at the Irish and the English. You think that there is no discrimination between those two parties? Have you ever
said that? I never.
No. I'm not saying that you did. I'm asking you. Do you think that does not exist?
I gotta answer 30 things. So I need
just answer that. Just answer that one.
I need a process. No, I need to process what Uber Hikari said, and I got to process what you said.
Okay.
So right now, all right. I got 100 things in my head right now. So
okay, time out. Take your time. Process that so I can finish my point. Just take your time, process that. I'll finish my point.
I can't.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Hang on. Learn patience, young Padawan. Learn patience. All right. What I'm saying is this. In Europe, that's an example of discrimination, of bad blood because of history. If you look at Asia, the fucking Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Koreans, they have bad blood because of their history. All of that is examples. Those are examples of bad blood throughout history, that this idea of just get over it, it does not exist. No one will ever get over some shit. If you even look at Australia with the English and with the fucking Aborigines, 2 more cases of bad blood throughout history. So what I'm saying is this idea of just get over it, things in the past don't apply to now, that doesn't just apply to America. That's a worldwide phenomenon. America's not the only one that has this problem. The problem is with America more so, or at least from what I can be, because I'm only American. I haven't been to all these other countries, so I don't know. I can only speak about what I know, and I can only speak about my backyard. And being from America, being African American in Louisiana, the deep South, right? These institutions of inequality, they still exist. They aren't as blatant. They aren't as blunt. They hide behind smirks. They hide behind smiles. They hide behind dry clean suits and ties with lapel pins. Okay? Wait. But they are still there. To ignore them, that is not how you progress. And the gateway to equality cannot be achieved through ignoring that. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Uber Hikari, can you summarize in one sentence what you said? Just one sentence, because I don't know I don't remember what you said because OtakuAssemble just gave me like his whole thing. So in one sentence.
No, I said three things.
No, just in one sentence. In one sentence, just one sentence.
No, I understand. I can say three things in one sentence. I'm pretty fluent in English.
Semicolons. Commas and semicolons.
I said three things. I said, first, I wasn't comparing African Americans and Jews. Second, this didn't happen 400 years ago. This discrimination against minorities in America didn't happen 400 years ago. Happened fairly recently, actually. And third, I said that there is not equality or near equality between African Americans and Caucasians in America because institutional policies of discrimination still exist.
Okay, so your first point is that you said you didn't compare Africans to Jews. That's your first point, right? All right.
Yes.
Okay, I never said you did though. That's the thing. What I did say is that I was comparing the situation. Myself, I was comparing the situation of how Jews were thrown up in concentration camps and were killed in Germany in the millions to sort of what happened in Native America, where Europeans came, killed, and put their system in effect in America. That's what I was comparing. What I'm saying is, I'm going to wrap up the first point. After all of this stuff happens, and everyone's living in a recessed economy right now that's undergoing thing. There's discrimination everywhere on every side. There's more on certain sides, but it's everywhere, all right? There's white minorities, white gays, for instance. I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to this, all I'm saying is that you eventually have to get over. You can't just say, oh, I give now 300 years in a recessed economy where everyone is nearly poor right now. Okay, I want to give 10 million, 30 million in land to these people because at a time ago, they were discriminated. You have to do that for everybody, and that's just impossible. I understand where you're coming from with the whole Native American thing, though. What's your second point? I don't want you giving me
that this didn't happen 400 years ago.
So you're saying the stuff with Native Americans didn't happen 400 years ago?
No, I'm talking about discrimination. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Well, it happens throughout a time period everywhere. Now in the 21st century, you know, I feel as if the world is is on a thing where it doesn't sink below the level of unethical. There is discrimination in every single sort of a group of people. There's more in certain parts, but what I'm talking about as a whole, which brings me back to my first point. You can't just in a time like this. You got to get over things eventually. There's always people that have been discriminated against. In 30 years, when gay marriage is legalized around the United States, just like, you know, interracial marriage was, you know, looked down upon back then, you know, 40, 50 years ago, just like gay marriage is going to be passed in 30 years or so in every state, gays are eventually going to have to not say, oh, we want this, oh, we want that. And it's not even the Native Americans saying that they want it. It's just the fact that nowadays it's like you eventually gotta come to conclusions, and you can't just say, oh, we want to give them this, oh, there's no discrimination anymore, because there's always going to be discrimination for everything. And no, OtakuAssemble, I need to wrap up Uber's third point before you intervene in everything. What's your third point, Uber Hikari?
That there's still institutional discrimination and racism.
Which
by institution, no, you mean like the government still
yeah, like the police department.
Yeah, you just addressed that. You just agreed to that. You said that discrimination still exists. You just agreed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does still exist, but I'm saying it exists to a certain point that every single group of peoples have experienced it. You can't just put one group of people over the other. I agree with you that white people as a whole, the Europeans, have been very sort of like aggressive throughout their years of history, but I'm just saying, like, in America, there's so many different groups. It's a mixed country, and another thing you said about the whole Irish thing and everything.
No, I said that.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about one of Uber Hikari's points. He said that you got to be this, and this white. First of all, white people as a whole there's no pure white people anymore unless you live. If you're in America, chances are you're not pure white, and that's one thing that you said. You claimed that the white people in America, the Irish people that came over, the Irish whites were discriminated against the whites. There's no such thing.
That wasn't Hikari.
Oh, my bad then. You see, that's the thing. Both of you two were talking. I got one thing in my head and whatever. But
what about the Irish Americans?
All I'm saying is that white people as a whole, Irish Americans that came over, it's not different than the Irish people that came over 400 years ago. The Irish people that came over now, I don't hear. One second. Anyways, let me get back to the third point. You said institutional. I'll come back to the Irish thing because I want to answer his last point. You said that institutional discrimination or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Can you like dumb it down to where I can like?
There's nothing to dumb down. It still exists.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the point is. I forgot. Like, what's the point?
No, you said things are nearly equal, and I'm saying that institutional discrimination and racism still exists.
And so when was the last case experience? I don't want anyone else. Just Uber the date of the last time you either heard or experienced something of that sort.
Who, me?
Yeah. Or any of your family members.
Well, I can't speak for any of my family members. I don't know what their last ones were.
Okay, what's the latest date that you can think of?
In 2007, me and my friends were victims of police brutality. Like you seem to be under the impression that things are peachy out in the world. And when I tell you that I'm a victim of police brutality, you get silent. As if, oh my gosh, that could not have happened, but it did.
No. You're putting words in my mouth, man. I never ever said that you didn't experience this or it's all of a sudden equal. I didn't say that you said that. What I said is that you seem to be under the impression that these things don't happen.
He's talking about the way you sound, not what you say. He's talking about the way you sound, the way.
And on top of that, I'm trying to get at is every group of people have experienced discrimination to some point, whether it was like, for instance, the LGBT community. They're undergoing things like the Chick-fil-A controversy. There's
Double 4. It doesn't matter if every group of people has experienced discrimination. The way to solve discrimination is not to tell people to get over being discriminated against.
No, but that's
it's
not
to
what I'm
rectify.
saying.
That's exactly what you said. You said get over it.
I'm saying in 2012, people are going through a recession.
Did you say get over it?
I did say that, but you're taking
wait. Let me ask you questions, and I want you to answer in a yes or no. Did you say that discrimination still exists? Yes or no?
Yeah, but to a certain extent.
Wait. You said discrimination still exists. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Did you tell African Americans and other minorities to get over it?
Listen.
Did you say that? Yes or no, Double 4?
No.
These are factual claims. You can't deny them. Either you said them or
because you're taking my things out of context. My points may be conveyed to you differently than I'm saying them. What I'm saying is
Double 4, listen. These are factual claims that you cannot get out of. Either you said them or you did not say them.
Hikari, let me.
You are streaming this, right?
I'm streaming this.
No, I did say.
Rewind the stream, nigga. Rewind the stream. It's all gonna take.
Listen.
Can you let me speak?
No, wait. No, you had an opportunity to speak.
No, you didn't let me finish my things attacking your points. You didn't let me finish. I said in a recession today in America, there's many different groups.
The recession has absolutely nothing to do with discrimination in America.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Double 4.
Okay, wait. Double 4. Wait, Larry. Let me address this. If you're claiming that there's some sort of correlation or causal relationship between the recession and discrimination, then you need to have evidence of that. That's a factual claim. Do you have evidence of that?
Evidence
Are you under? Wait. Are you under the impression that before the recession hit in 2007, 2008, that there was no discrimination?
No.
All right. So wait, Double Four. So if you're not saying that there was no discrimination before the recession, then you're saying that there was discrimination, right? Was there discrimination? Yes or no?
Was there discrimination when?
Before the recession, before 2008.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying, one, that there was discrimination, and then you said, two, that we should get over it.
No. You see, you're wrapping up 2 points together completely differently than the way I conveyed them. No.
You know what the problem is, Double Four? It's the implication of your argument. That's the logical conclusion of what you say. See, you made two statements. And yes, you made them in different contexts, but the implications of them, if they're both true, and if you both said them, then the implication is that the way to solve discrimination or to have progress in America is just for people to get over being discriminated against.
That's not even what I'm saying. You see, you're putting words, Uber.
No, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
You're not, but you're conveying my message differently than the way I'm saying them. You see, you like to find what you can find of what I'm saying and make me sound like I'm a bad.
No,
I don't have.
No.
It has nothing to do with you being a bad person.
Right.
Due to you presenting a bad case.
Right.
Yeah.
The major problem that you have, Double Four, is that you're speaking a language that's been whispered into your ear. That's your problem. And you don't fully understand what you're saying.
The world's not always going to be peaches and cream. The world, it's fucked up. I mean, it's the world. Shit. Not everything.
It has nothing to do with peaches and creams. It's a case that's been made since 1965.
I know.
As soon as the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act were passed, white people said, "Okay, black people, you can just get over being discriminated against, and we'll go on about our dandy way."
And they think we are, and that's bullshit. Oh, I see.
Wait, what happened? Who's
Oh, he rejoined. He lagged out, I guess.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
You can go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Okay, my thing is, Uber Hikari, what I'm trying to say is, right now, in 2012, you can't just give people pieces of land and stuff, all right? I'm saying
Larry didn't say you should give people pieces of land. I didn't say you should give people pieces of land. If I had my way, I never said reparations where people got money. There would be college funds for black kids to go to college.
When I said get over it, I'm talking about the stuff that happened long ago. I'm not saying the discrimination that happened 3 years ago, get over it. You see, the thing is, Uber,
but that's the thing, Double Four. It didn't happen long ago. It happened 40 years ago. I don't know. You're 15. You're 15 years old. To you, 40 years doesn't seem like a long time. But to somebody who's 23, 40 years ago, like that. And especially to somebody whose sister is already 30. What is she, like 38, 37? My sister's 38 years old.
No, but you're still not getting my okay, Uber, my 1 cent.
No, come on. No. What Double 4 is saying is he's talking about like slaughtering of the Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? That happened.
Nobody's
so
talking about the slaughter of the Native Americans.
No, that's what he's talking about though. He's talking about that.
Okay,
that
well, I mean, you can talk about the slaughter of Native Americans. I'm not talking about that. I don't understand where that fits into the picture.
Yeah. He's not talking about the discrimination, within the last couple of years. He's talking about like the slaughter of the Native Americans. I guess you could throw slavery into that too. The Asian Americans in concentration camps. That's what he's talking about. The shit from way back when.
Shit, the Japanese were put in well, they weren't concentration camps, but the Japanese were
the Japanese in
internment camps in
America. The Japanese in America during World War II. Yes, they were put into sort of a process.
No,
where
they were internment camps.
Internment camps. That's what I was thinking.
Listen, pretty much. But what I'm saying is, you can't compare the stuff that happened with the deaths of people to the discrimination of people. They're two different things. I'm saying the major events that occurred in history, the Nazi concentration camps, slavery, the Europeans coming and slaughtering the native.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about
what
now.
You're saying,
it's irrelevant. You keep bringing it up, and I keep saying I'm not talking about that.
Do you think that different minority groups right now, the LGBT community, etc., do you think they should be granted things to like gifts, sort of like government gifts?
Right, exactly. This is what I mean when I say you're speaking a language that has been whispered into your ear. You're talking the language of government handouts. You don't want to call them handouts. You don't want to call them entitlements, but that's exactly what you're talking about. I never said anything about the government should give me something. When did I say that? I never said that. Larry never said that, and no one here said that. But see, you have an argument that's memorized to a T, and it has to go point by point by point by point by point. And you just repeat it over and over and over again.
Because you don't never get my point.
And wait, I don't want to. Wait, Double Four. It's not that I don't hear your point. It's that they're irrelevant to the context of this conversation.
No, Double Four. No, what he's talking about is what you said. You don't know you said it, but you said it. You said it. You just said it in different words. But no, he's on track.
No, listen. My point is, Uber Hikari, now in 2012, there was still discrimination, but I'm not saying get over it as in, like, first of all, you're comparing African American, the discrimination in the last 20 years to slaughter of Native Americans. It's not the same thing.
I never compared that.
We threw out the slaughter of Native Americans.
This is what I'm saying. I keep saying it over and over and over again, and you keep twisting it around. I never mentioned the slaughter of Native Americans, and I said this specifically. I'm not comparing African Americans to Jews. I'm not comparing African Americans to the slaughter of Native Americans. I'm talking about now. And you keep trying to bring up other stuff that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
No, you're saying get over it, as in I'm saying, implying that people who are being discriminated now need to get over it. That's not, those words never...
Okay, so Double Four, when you say people are being discriminated against, but they need to get over it, you're not really saying that they should get over being discriminated against?
No, I'm saying no. Listen,
that's what you said, Double Four.
The slaughter of Native Americans is not comparable to the stuff that's going on now. The slavery back during the times when, the 1800s is not comparable to what's going. The ethics of the world are different than the ethics of the world 200 years ago, Uber Hikari.
I don't care, Double Four, because I'm not talking about that. That's irrelevant to my point. You're the only person talking about stuff that happened 400 and 300 years ago.
So what's your final point that I'm not seeing that you're implying?
His point is the discrimination thing, dude.
Right.
The
point is that discrimination exists, and that because it exists, we're not equal. It's a very basic point. You seem to concede aspects of that point, but you don't want to reach the conclusions of it.
What's your definition of equal?
What it is, nigga, equal. The scales be the same.
The difference between quality and
if the scale tips in one direction more than the other, it's not equal.
Right.
Peace.
You can't find a case in America with a stop and frisk policy that has the people being stopped 87% Caucasian. You won't find it anywhere.
Exactly. Dude,
that's not the fault. That's not the fault of that has to do with, you're talking about the people, or you're talking about the government force. The government force has been doing a lot of messed up things. Did they stop Arabs? A lot of Arabs who are going through the airport system. That's not what I'm saying, Uber Hikari. That's discrimination on a different level. I'm talking about the people. You're talking about what government does to check people. After 9/11 occurred, a lot of people of...
Well, I don't understand. Discrimination at any level of society necessarily disadvantages a certain group of people. It doesn't matter if it's the government or if it's society itself.
That is true.
I don't... You see, like... It just
that is true, especially, dude. Especially when you consider this. I mean, consider this. You talk about the government as if it's this unknown entity. Who the fuck makes up government? People. What the fuck you think? Mitt Romney. You think Mitt Romney just came out of fucking the fucking air and was Mitt Romney? No, this motherfucker was a person who grew up and was raised in America. People are what make up government. People are what elect government officials. People are what vote on fucking bills and amendments and all that shit. People are what make up the House. People are what make up the Senate, all the way up to the fucking Oval Office. It's made up of people. This idea that the government is this mysterious shadow entity that is completely, completely separate from the average man is ludicrous. It's made up of normal fucking people.
Right. And where do you think this birther movement comes from?
No, Uber, you're bringing up points. I'm talking about the... Listen, let me talk for 1 minute without you interrupting me. Is that all right? Like, just 1 minute.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm talking about now the world, at least America. I'm talking about America, right, at this current second. The world is placed on this shelf, right? It can't sink below that shelf in terms of what's ethical. I'm saying that...
Yes, hell it can. Shit.
Wait, OtakuAssemble. OtakuAssemble. Wait. The stuff that's occurring now is not equivalent to the stuff that occurred then. I'm not saying that people that are discriminated against now are equal as a whole. I'm just saying, like, the stuff that happened back then...
all right, so the people who are being discriminated against now are not equal. Did you just say that?
To a certain extent.
You just said that. See, listen, this is what I'm talking about, Double4. You can't make statements and then deny that you say them.
But you see, you're taking my statements as I'm like out of context. Like, you see, I said a whole paragraph.
You just said it. You just said it, Double4. You just said that people who are being discriminated against are not equal. If I repeat exactly what you say verbatim, how is it being taken out of context?
No, they are equal just in your definitions of what equal is. Listen, I think equal is every group of people having the same rights. Just because one group, there's been people discriminating against people everywhere, Uber. It's like you're not.
Okay. So if African Americans have the same rights as Caucasians, then explain to me the stop and frisk policy in New York that disproportionately stops African American and Latino men 87% of the time. Explain that.
That has nothing to do with equality. That has nothing to do.
Wait, that's not equality. The fact that the police department has tacit consent of the government to systematically violate the civil rights of African American and Latino men. You think that they're not being disenfranchised because of that?
No, listen. That's not what I'm saying.
There's really no point in continuing this conversation.
Listen. Discrimination.
Really
those
isn't.
people.
There was no point in continuing in an hour.
The police that do this at the airports, they're wrong. That's discrimination. But I'm not saying that you can't base that population on every freaking person that's of that You see, that's what you're doing, Uber Hikari.
No. I can give you examples of discrimination at police departments all across the country.
That has nothing to do with the people, Uber. That has nothing.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with the people? People are the ones who are being discriminated against. How could it have nothing to do with people?
People are the one who fucking are police officers. People are the one who vote for police officials.
I'm talking about the police. The police, they've been doing a lot of shady things, Uber. I'm talking about the general population. Where do you see a discrimination in the 21st century that is like
discrimination?
Equal rights. Where do you see?
You're joking.
Where?
You're joking, right?
What do you mean I'm joking?
African Americans are frequently denied for mortgages.
Wow, Uber Hikari, that's
frequently.
What does that have to do with equality? Just because?
Yo, man, let me take
I don't understand. I give you example after example of a situation.
Luffy, you're not leaving, huh?
Where discrimination. No, you're not.
Don't leave me with these Negroes. God damn it.
Uber, you're saying you're putting.
And I can give it to you in the prison population.
No,
I can break it down in multiple aspects of society that discriminate against African Americans.
No, you're putting all these things like, okay,
They're not things, Double4, they're facts.
Okay, you're putting the you know, people checking, the police checking Latinos and African Americans 87% of the time. What does that have to do with equality in the general population? Because the police force, the government checks this.
Listen, Double4, listen.
That's favoritism.
If you, well, shit. African Americans are being stopped now because the police favor them.
No, Uber, that's not what I'm freaking saying. I'm saying that the police force.
Quick question. Y'all want to just give it a rest because no one side is hearing the other? Because Hikari's hearing you out, but what I'm saying is, Double4, you're not hearing Hikari out because you're so busy trying to rebuttal your next comeback. So there really is no exchange of information between you two. Hikari says one thing, you say another, he rebuttals, you rebuttal. No one person is actually taking what the other person is taking into consideration.
No, I'm taking what he's saying into consideration.
Yeah, and then you're throwing it back at him.
But that's the point of a debate.
Yeah, that is the point of the debate. But what I'm saying is it's a futile debate when the other person won't even concede.
No, I understand. I mean, I understand. That's why I said it was pointless. I mean, I can quote Double4 verbatim, and then he'll say he didn't say that.
Right. So this conversation is pretty much pointless.
No,
y'all niggas are starting to make my head hurt.
You take what I take out of context.
No, Double4, you can't use that as a catch-all. When you have a debate with someone and you say something and then they quote you verbatim, you can't say you misunderstand me because you take it out of context. There have been several times throughout the course of this discussion where I have quoted you verbatim as saying something and where you've conceded a point and then you go right back and say you didn't say it.
It's not that I didn't say it, it's that you took it the wrong way, Uber.
No, listen, there's nothing wrong with my ears, Double4. I'm fairly fluent in the English language.
How many people are viewing this shit? Because this is like...
And I'm not just fluent in the English language. I'm at the graduate level in the English language. I've taken multiple graduate courses.
What does that have to do? I don't care about
philosophy. No. Because you're being condescending to me. You keep saying that even though I quote you verbatim, that I'm taking what you say out of context, and I know that I'm not. So that when you keep repeating it, it starts to become condescending. Because I know that it's not true, and yet you keep repeating it. So you keep saying, no, you misinterpret what I'm saying. No, I'm not misinterpreting what you said. And I know that I'm not misinterpreting what you say because I listen when you speak.
No, man, you see, all my final point...
And listen to me, Double4. I didn't go to college for 5 years and gain the type of mastery that I gained and take graduate courses in literature and philosophy so that you can tell me, a 15-year-old whose scope on history is about this wide, that I'm misinterpreting what you said.
No, Uber Hikari, first of all, you look at the public, you look at the news. I've been to all these places. I've been told by people who have prior knowledges, my grandfather, my Russian part of my family. You can't say that. You can't say that. No.
I don't care about anecdotal evidence. I don't care. You're right. Listen to me, Double4. When someone is investigating something, when someone is investigating the veracity of a claim,
you killed yourself, Uber Hikari. You just
the evidence that you trust. Wait.
You just killed yourself.
When someone is investigating when someone is investigating the veracity of a claim, the least important evidence is anecdotal. I don't care about anecdotal evidence. What I care about most is facts, studies, what's provable, the statistics, what you can show me. And when I give you prime examples of how certain practices like redlining in Detroit, defunding the educational system, and the stop and frisk policy in New York disproportionately affects African Americans, then you can't come back to me and say, well, my grandfather said this. Doesn't work like that.
First of all, my family has experienced the same things throughout the ages, just not my generation, me. You throughout the entire thing haven't said, the only thing you said is that you've been stopped, and I think that's kind of irrelevant because you've been stopped.
No, I wasn't stopped.
This is what you're saying.
Wait, no. I'm not going to allow you to minimize my experience. I wasn't stopped. It was police brutality. The police threw me on. No, the police threw me on the wall. They kicked me. They frisked me. They ran into my friend's house, punched him in the face. They dragged him out of the house and they beat him in the head with a shotgun. That's not stopping and frisking, Double 4. That's police brutality. So I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to now allow you to minimize my experiences by telling me that it was a simple stop and frisk. Because a simple stop and frisk does not mean that cops in a paddy wagon jump out with rifles and shotguns. And it doesn't mean that when you run because you're scared that they tell you stop or I'm going to shoot you to death. That's not a stop and frisk, Double 4.
No,
that's police brutality.
No, it's
There's a difference.
You see, you're saying, because I got stopped means that it's police. Do you think you're the only? You think that?
You see what I'm saying? This is a perfect example. I just outlined to you why what I experienced was not stop and frisk, and then you turn right back around and you say, well, just because you were stopped. No, I wasn't stopped. It was police brutality.
Oh, so because police brutality happened too, that means that it's automatically now discrimination.
No. It's not discrimination if it happens to me. That's not systematic discrimination. But when it happens to me, when it happens to my friend, when it happens to my neighbor,
because
wait. And when multiple other accounts can be verified through eyewitness accounts, then it becomes systematic discrimination.
So because your group of friends have experienced that, and so have other.
No. Not just. Do you actually know what's going on in Newark right now? The Department of Justice wants to take over.
Yeah, I know.
The Newark Police Department now. Because they themselves have investigated claims of discrimination. The Department of Justice of the federal government is now in contention with the Newark Police Department and with Mayor Cory Booker.
You're bringing up all these cases, and you're
yes, Double 4, because that's what you do in a debate. You bring up evidence. You bring up facts.
I said the same thing. I said, well, my grandparents in Russia have experienced the same thing. They've experienced lived under communism, which communism isn't bad. It's just a different point of view.
I don't care about communism.
Okay, but that's not the point.
I don't care about your grandparents.
Just because you experienced,
Okay, check this out. Y'all cut this shit out. I'm on the fucking YouTube page. I'm reading these goddamn comments. These motherfuckers. This debate is over. All right? Shut the shit down.
Game over.
It's over. Shut the shit down. Right? I don't know what the fuck y'all was going for. Clearly it wasn't fucking enlightenment. Because goddamn, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall. And if you want to talk about whether or not you won the debate, well, there's a clear fucking winner from these goddamn comments.
Well, because the general population looks at Uber Hikari as a winner means, first of all, there's no...
Dude, if you think the general population is watching this fucking stream, I have to question what your estimate of the general population is.
Okay, OtakuAssemble, you know what I mean by that. First of all, second of all, the whole point of this conversation is, I said the people back then who are, you
ain't gotta explain shit to me. I just want the fucking conversation to end. I don't care what you. Look. I'm at that point now where I got that fuck it in my system. I no longer care what you were saying, either of you. I want the conversation to come to a close.
All right. Well.